Coach, you guys are coming off of a thrilling, exciting win over ACU on Saturday. Kind of talk about how a close win and a win in general like that can do for the team's confidence going forward.
Yeah, well, one thing is, we're in a lot of close games, and we're learning how to win close games, which is very, very important, especially at the end of the season. So that's what's great for us is, we're getting an opportunity to play in tight games, and we're learning and things like that. Now we just have to be consistent with everything that we're doing.
Looking forward to Thursday's matchup against Southern Utah. You guys lost the opening or the first match against, or first game against them this season. Just talk about what specifically you want to see different to get the win this time.
We have to guard them. They have some dynamic guards. They can really get to the paint and score. They can shoot from the outside. So our guards have a challenge of being able to guard their guards. And then their big man is a really good shot blocker at the rim, so they have great rim protection. But the biggest thing is we got to keep them out of the paint and out of transition because they do have some really dynamic guards.
And offensively for you guys, that was a game where most of the threes did not fall.
Yeah.
So, and if that's the case going forward, talk about other ways you can get easier baskets for your team.
Yeah, I mean, we want to post the ball. We want to play inside out. But we didn't make shots when we were there. But I have total faith in these guys and belief that I want them to shoot every open shot that we get, and we're going to continue to take open shots. But we don't score a couple times down. We do like to get the ball to the block and try to get something closer to the rim for sure.
Yeah. Lastly, I just want to ask you about just for a lack of a better term, the dogs that you have on this team, the Darius Burfors, the Brody Robinsons, the Lance Wares, everybody who just comes with energy day in and day out. Just talk about how much they mean to you and the team.
Yeah, that's what we want our culture to be. That's what it is. And last year's group started that off, and these guys are starting to see it now, like what we really want and how we really want to play. But yeah, those guys you named, they're great at setting that off and starting it and having energy and playing tough and doing the tough things that we value for sure.
Last week you talked about having your backs against the wall. You come out of last week with 2 wins, obviously much needed. What does that do for you guys looking ahead at the rest of this marathon?
Yeah, it definitely gives us confidence. We still feel like we're fighting, trying to fight out of a hole. We're not satisfied, not one bit. We're going to continue to fight and get better and focus on those things. But that's how I feel about that.
And Brody has been someone who's really picked up his assist total. Obviously 4 assists, you need guys to hit shots when he gets him the ball, but he seems to be getting them the ball in really good spots and really good situations. Over last week, he averaged 9.5 assists per game. What have you noticed from him in terms of his comfort level on the court, operating as that floor general for you?
He knows what I want. He knows exactly what I want now. He's learning me, knows me a lot better now, and how we want to play. And I keep saying that he puts the work in. He puts a lot of work in, and he's playing good basketball right now, and he's really unselfish. And he's just about winning. He just wants to win. That's all he cares about is winning. So if he has to go in there and get thrown around trying to get a rebound, he'll do it. He'll dive on the floor for a loose ball. And like I said, he's a really, really unselfish player, and he's just playing good right now. We need him to continue to play good.
And looking at Lance, he's coming off a game where he shot a perfect 8 for 8 from the field. Some of that because of some of those dishes from Brody, setting him up in good spots. But he's a guy who had 20 and 8 against Southern Utah last time. Obviously, his last handful of games, he's put up 3 double-doubles. What can you say about his look against a team like Southern Utah and what he can bring?
He's getting more comfortable, and he's playing really, really hard and at a high level right now. He's focusing on rebounding and blocking shots and being the director on defense and talking. And he's trying to do the little things and it's helping his game out. When he runs the floor, he can get easy baskets. When he rolls to the rim hard, he can get lobs. So he's playing hard right now, and he's doing a lot of different things for us, and we expect him to do that for us for sure.
And lastly, for me, Rayshawn, we talked about it post-game, hit those two really clutch free throws there in overtime at ACU. He's been kind of an unsung hero of sorts in terms of just a consistent double-figure scorer, does a lot on the rebounding side of things. I know you talk about how much he works outside of kind of the construct of practice to get himself better. What can you say about how he's improved over the course of the season and, how he's really bought in?
Yeah, I was really happy to see him make those free throws. 'Cause that's where he struggles sometimes, and he's put work in. So it's always good, man. You're working on certain things, and in the game time, you make the free throws. That's great. But no, he's one that he's really embraced getting better. He truly has. Defensively, offensively, he just wants to be a good player, and he'll do whatever he needs to do. Very, very coachable. He's cut all of his traveling out a lot more than what he was doing earlier in the year. He's rebounding the basketball. He's attacking the rim a lot better than what he was when he first got here. So ceiling is very, very high for him because he's a worker and he's coachable and wants to be a really good player. And some guys say those things, but he's really about it and lives it. So, but I'm really, really happy for him making those free throws, and that gives him confidence. That gives him confidence at the free throw line. So I'm glad he was put in that situation where he was forced to have to go shoot them, and I'm glad he made them.